want more berries and that summer feeling. It's so wonderful and warm. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without. I'm just thinking out. I don't know if I could ever go.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. It's one of my favorites from what was this? One summer ago, 2 summer ago? I don't know, but we could kind of smell summer coming. Hopefully, everyone's got some great plans. It is June 13th. Take a look at the disclosure. Let's get to it. My name is Scott Redler. I am the Chief Strategic Officer of T3Live.com. Welcome to the 630 Club. It's Thursday. We are post PI, post Fed, post Apple event, post Broadcom. A lot of things happened this week. I got to say, this was a great week. Besides being back in the office and guiding the Alpha team, Redler All Access, and being back on here with you, got a lot of great trading action. Hopefully, being back helped get you organized, get you prepared, work on your process. Cheers. And here we go. Let's see if some of my dogs are awake around the world. Let's go. Who do we got? We got Dee in the house. Good morning. Here on the commute. All right. That's cool. That's cool. We got Don in the house. Good morning to you. We got Rick Friedman. Rick. Hey, my buddy. Good to see you. What's up, Ali? What up, Glenn? What up, Tony, my man from Florida? Old school escuela teacher. Got Glenn from Nebraska. Got Bobby 4.0. When are you coming back to the Alpha team? Where the hell are you? You swimming in Tampa Bay, working on Bobby 4.0? Anyway, hopefully everyone's doing well. At this point, let's take a quick look here at the spies. Oh, I have to attach. Red Dog's got to attach the screen. There we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. That is your chart of the spies. That is the blueprint of the stock market. Everyone's like, Red Dog, why do you do the S&P 500 or the spies or the S&P cash? I just think it's a better representative of what's going on. The Dow really does represent. Obviously, you have sectors outperform. Tech's been outperforming. The semis have been in fuego. So hopefully, you've been involved. Making moves, using your tier system, using your day count rules, using your charts. As of yesterday, we had a big gap up. Remember earlier this week we talked about the spies holding the 8-day moving average. So for 2-3 days, Monday, Tuesday, you were able to buy a dip versus support. Then Wednesday was the CPI. I know for me, I had a few more things on than normal into a CPI, but I felt very comfortable. So anyway, gapped up. Then the Fed came out and said, only 25 basis points worth of cuts. End of the day, when Powell was done speaking, we sold down a little bit. So now the question is, do we digest above this 540.30, or do we fill this gap in the next day or so? At this point, the spies are up 45 cents. Not a whole lot. You have a lot of different movement. You have, Broadcom's up big. NVIDIA's at a new all-time high again. We bought the dip in NVIDIA all week long. Hopefully you were there with us. And anyway, so now the question is, do we digest above 540.30, which was yesterday's low, and continue? That would be pretty impressive. I personally think we fill this gap at some point in the next day or two, but we shall see. So do we hold that and digest and go, or do we, fill this gap a little bit and get a little sloppier? Usually get a trend day post-Fed, but again, a lot of things are kind of changing. As much as things change, they stay the same. What, Bobby, what's been working on boogie boarding in my back soon? Okay, there you go, Bobby. So anyway, that's what that is. Okay, so, what have we been focusing on? All week long, we've been talking about since last week, buying a dip in Amazon and Meta and Microsoft. Microsoft worked fantastic. Meta, Amazon is taking its time. And then obviously we had Apple, which was probably my biggest winner of the week. If you go to Apple, Apple is a great little tool to learn and make money and invest and do a lot of things. Why? Because for those people who weren't flexible, who weren't prepared, they probably missed a huge move. I try and simplify it. I was like, on Monday post-event, they tried to sell it down a little bit. I'm like, in order to break out of this double top range, it's got to get above three things. One, above 197.30. Two, above 198.23. Three, above 199.62. And all of a sudden, boom, look at this move. Went to 207 on Tuesday. Yesterday went as high as 220.20, which was one of the measured moves, and then came in a little bit. So either which way, I know for me, it was one of my biggest winners in a while. I had options. I rolled them up yesterday into the close on that pullback. I have a little stock, and now it's just going to have to probably sit and digest a little bit. But that was two big moves in Apple. So if you're an investor in Apple, congratulations. It may have changed your life in the last decade. If you're a trader of Apple, there are definitely times where it can make you a lot of money, and it worked out very well. I did not expect this to happen, but you never have to expect. You could just be on the right side of it and be pleasantly surprised. If you have two scenarios in your head, multiple plans, when it does trigger, if you execute with confidence, which is why we get up early and get planned, you can make good money. Then you go to the other side. Microsoft was my biggest also position this week because last week it woke up. Last week, Microsoft took back all the moving averages right here. So for me, I'm like, look at this channel in Microsoft also. Okay, best in business. I think somebody came out today and declared Microsoft AI gold. But anyway, at this point, it went to 443, made really good money in the options. The stock, I'm still in some of the stock. At this point, it might need to digest a little bit above this area. You had your 2-day move. You had your breaking of this wedgish type pattern to the upside. So hopefully, you made some money in Microsoft. Microsoft was awesome. It was awesome. Anyway, hopefully I helped you with that. Meta, a little trickier. Still working its way higher. It's just trades by appointment lately. It's not the best. It also triggered above this 482.50. So hopefully you made some money there at this point. It's kind of trending. We can get rid of this. What did we make a high of yesterday? Made a high of 514. It seems like it's going to make a new high. It's just, again, it's really not clean. Meta's been trading decent. I've been going with options. I've been just trying to buy a dip here and there. But ultimately, Meta did a great job filling this gap. That was one trade, when it said that it was going to reinvest in AI. And then here's been another trending type trade where at some point, I think it takes out this 530. It's just a matter of when and how. And then you have, what's it called? Amazon, which is taking its time. This is what I'm doing in Amazon because Amazon's a tricky trade. It did also take back all the moving averages around 181 right in here. It's been trending up. To me, Amazon's been a little bit of a pain in the butt. It's giving you some good trades, but it failed at highs too many times. I would think next week, if you want to do something, I'm accumulating the 192.50s in this, thinking that, hey, maybe by next Friday, if it really wants to have a clean move like Apple just did, or a clean move like Microsoft just did, or a clean move like NVIDIA did again, I'd rather have like some lotto type options accumulating for cheap so I have enough just in case I don't have enough shares. At this point, here's the Alpha Team. Alpha Team is my crew. We get up every day. They get to follow my positions. I've been showing it to you guys also. I've been in NVIDIA every day post-split. It's at an all-time high. That's done really well. Apple, I'm smaller. Amazon and Microsoft, I'm also in, but smaller, but I'm going to probably buy more. I did buy some Tesla yesterday. If you're like, Red Dog, you've been so down on Tesla. Why did you buy some options for the pay package? I'm like, you know what? I bought some options into that pullback at the end of the day just because I felt like the investors are going to want to approve the pay package. Tesla's nothing without Elon. But anyway, it's funny how they have to do that in the trade. The computers are really good. They like to give one false move before a real move, and Tesla did trade below this inside range, right? It traded below. What was this? This was Monday, okay? Or no, this was Tuesday. I'm sorry. And if you didn't take your trade off, okay, or a bunch of it on the short side, it squeezed you yesterday. Okay, whenever you have a false move met by a counter trend trade, usually that's a trap. It's like a gorilla trade. Remember the gorilla trades back in the day? Well, they trapped the shorts. Some buyers came in. I got to give it to some guys on the VTF. They were all over it. I did not trade Tesla yesterday. I was very busy doing a lot of the things. Just they got me in the stock the options at the end of the day. We'll see how it goes. But remember yesterday, I'm like, could the sellers reject price in 172, 173 area? Well, they didn't. Okay, so that showed these sellers didn't have any power to bring it lower. And now today, Tesla's up 9. We'll see what it does. It's at 186.60. That's where Tesla is right now. So Tesla, we'll see. Does it gap up and close up 15, or do they sell? I don't know. All I know is 186.78 is a spot that should be some resistance. and then the next resistance is above a 198.87. So as a trader, listen, I like to be. I'm a loyal guy. I'm the red dog. Red dog. Dogs are very loyal to their owners and all their friends. Listen, I have a go-to list of stocks. Sometimes they're more in favor than others. Doesn't mean we're a fair-weathered friend, but we're traders. If you're an investor and you love a company and you're doing your due diligence and you're in there long term, whether it's been an Apple or an Nvidia or an Eli Lilly, that's great. There are times when stocks change and go through periods. I remember when Microsoft, they said I think in the year 2000, they called it where money goes to die before Microsoft reinvented themselves. Not saying Tesla's going to reinvent itself, but there might be a time when Tesla all of a sudden isn't a laggard. It isn't, just trending lower. It isn't for sale every single time, but it hasn't proven that yet. Hasn't proven that autonomous vehicles are going to be the way of the future. Where if you don't have autonomous, that software package. Remember, Elon said then you're basically like you're a horse and buggy. But bottom line, this took back this range that at least should have gotten you out of your shorts. If you're not long, that's fine, but at least you weren't stubborn thinking that, hey, pop right back in the range. So we'll see how much of today's gap, Tesla, defends for future trades. Anyway, as far as the semis, wow. I did not take an option play in AVGO, but it's opening up 200 points, strong quarter, strong guidance, 10 for 1. What a move. What a stock. Congratulations if you're in it. When I saw the numbers come out, I did see the numbers come out and I saw the 10 for 1 split. The Alpha team saw me buying more NVIDIA because NVIDIA's been my name, my mom, my dog. Anyway, NVIDIA's been awesome. It held. Remember, I'm like, I think I said all week long in NVIDIA, I'm like, if you want a new swing trade, if you want to, have risk defined, you could buy verse 117. That was your post-split low, meaning it's trading post-split. It's a new type of trade. That was your market discovery when it opened up on Monday. You could have been long it. You could have added to it verse 118.74. It's been above the 8-day. Then yesterday perked up, and now NVIDIA itself is opening at a new all-time high, 127.56. I just trimmed a little bit. All you had to do is tune into the 6:30 club on Monday. You could have taken a lot of tidbits. If one of them was like, hey, you know what? I want to be back in NVIDIA. It's post-split, blah, blah, blah. Then, you're making really good money. And sometimes I say to everybody in the Alpha team, you can't kiss all the babies. Some people could hold 10, 15 positions. Some people 1 to 4. It all depends on how long you've been doing this and how you want to do it. Some love options, some like options in stock. There's lots of different ways to manage your approach and your process. But NVIDIA has been absolutely awesome. So hopefully you're there. Even Kramer, I got to give it to Kramer. Everyone gives Kramer a hard time. Yes, he feels like sometimes a cheerleader at the top or, gets people out at the bottom. But bottom line is he named his dog NVIDIA when they were doing NVIDIA graphic chips prior to AI. So anyway, kudos to that. Google, I haven't really been trading. Somebody asked me about, little loose and wide, push through. I played Google during this push. I haven't been there. I've been really more buying dips in Meta, Amazon, Microsoft. Apple kept me really busy. NVIDIA kept me really busy. Some people asking, why did I buy some Mobileye? I don't know. My Alpha team, I missed this move. So, I started buying a little bit of a dip into here. I would think that, Mobileye should hold this area. Maybe you get like a red dog reversal where it trades below and reclaims 29, 26. I haven't been in this stock in a while. This is not really my play, but I bought a little bit to track. Again, a lot of guys made really good money day 1, day 2, day 3. So it should hold right around here for Mobileye. But again, we'll see if this is a one move wonder or it holds in here to continue. So that's why I'm in that. Palantir, it's all right. Everyone always loves Palantir for some reason. I don't understand. I remember when I was trading Palantir at 11. It's trending. It's acting a little bit better. To me, if you're in 6 to 12 positions, it should be one of them. If you trade 1 or 2 names actively all day long for cash flow, it should not be this one. But it's all right. Bitcoin's been a pain in the friggin' ass. Excuse my French. I lost a lot of money in Bitcoin. Just because it's had a lot of false moves. If you're adding to Bitcoin every time it went to 71 to 73,000, thinking you're going to get that move, it costs you money. So for me, I don't know what's going to get me excited about it again. I have a lot of the things that are working at this point. If you look at Bitcoin, it's in this channel. It's fine. It's fine. It's consolidating. It's wearing everybody out. At some point, it might wake up. I don't even know what the catalyst will be. But at this point, here is resistance, and it broke lower. Here it had a little bit of an overthrow, move down, came back up. It's still in the top end of this quadrant. So if this is your resistance area and this is your support area, it's still up here. So at some point, maybe it gets going. But for me, it just hasn't been a fun trade. If you're accumulating Bitcoin for the next 10 years and you're putting money in every single month, I think you're going to be, at some point, there's going to be 100,000 plus, but just hasn't done it in the past few months. So it happens. Got to know your time frame and not overtrade at times. Dave P, what are you asking? That's why I don't trade crypto, rather invest what I can afford to lose and hold long term. If you've been in Bitcoin since 2016, you're doing just fine. I get it. I've said that Bitcoin and Ethereum are the only two cryptos I would say you could put money in every single month, kind of like the S&P 500 if you're investing for the long term. You could have a 401k, you could have a 403b, you could have a 529, all of my long-term investment vehicles. And then if you trade for a living, I have an active account, a swing account, a box account, and an option account where I try and create my cash flow to get paid quarterly. If you want to get paid quarterly, Bitcoin has been a tough one, for this quarter. But anyway, let's just move on. So it's 648. The Qs have been great also. It's been participating. The small caps gapped up and was sold yesterday. I think those sectors are still not great. I don't know why this is, not coming up. But let's go back to Red Dog. Listen, guys, it's Thursday. It's been good to be back this week. I think, for me, it's been it's been a little bit conducive to my style, meaning, I've had a lot of my names work. So hopefully I've been here to help bring you guys some conviction to some of those. And then we'll see what tomorrow brings. It is 6:49. It's June 13th. You have the PPI today. You have the unemployment. The jobs 8:30 news, and it's getting closer to the summer. Make some plans. Put a race on the schedule. Get to your doctor. Have a physical every year. You never know what's lurking underneath the surface. For me, people like Red Dog, I missed what happened to you. Well, I'm not going to get into it. Bottom line is, they heard a heart murmur. My mitral valve wasn't closing. 150 years ago, Red Dog would be dead in about a year, but now since it's 2024, they were able to go through the side and repair the valve. It was successful. I'm on the road to recovery. I'm doing 20 minutes of exercise every day. I get to see the surgeon to get everything out on Friday, and then after 4 weeks, so it'll be the 2-week anniversary today. 2 weeks today. Right now at 6:50, they were wheeling me out to sit me on an operating table where they're going to put my heart in neutral, deflate my lung, work on me for 7 hours, and then start a 3-day recovery period that was absolutely horrendous. But that's behind me. I could have had the surgery June 28th or May 30th. Thank God I said, you know what? Let's just face this now. Let's get it over with. And now I'm on the road recovery instead of waiting for 4 weeks from now just because I was scared. Listen, you can be scared, but sometimes you got to trust the science and trust your own preparation. But anyway, with that said, things are good. Every day above ground is a good day. Appreciate the small things and just keep working on your process and elevating yourself in whichever way that is. Maybe tomorrow I'll have a 6:30 club also. Good luck today.